What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. In the last episode, we finished up Arbiter's Grounds. And in this episode, well, we're gonna head right up this staircase and locate the Mirror of Twilight. Now, I did wait until it was daytime to do this because the upcoming area and the cutscene that follows looks a lot better during the daytime. Like, you can barely see what's going on during the night, so I figured I would wait and give you guys the optimal experience. But check it out. This is the Mirror Chamber, although I don't really see the Mirror of Twilight, so let's do a bit of investigation. And hey, looks like we're gonna have to fight some Twilight beasts before we can really do anything, which is kind of a good thing because after we defeat them, this portal will appear here and we can actually use it to warp directly up here instead of warping into Gerudo Desert and then having to go through, you know, Arbiter's Ground again just to get back up here. So, very useful. So, let's take out these Twilight beasts, and I believe, 5 of them actually spawn up here, so I believe that's the most we've seen so far. And I'm just gonna do my best to try and take out the ones that are farther away, and hopefully these guys cooperate. And yeah, there we go, get right next to each other. And there we go. I thought for a second that spin attack wasn't going to work because of the way the camera was positioned, but you know what? I'm not complaining because we did it. So now that that is out of the way and we have access to this portal now, really the only thing we can do is use our spinner to go all the way up the outside of this statue. Now I really do like the design of the statue too. Like, I like the fact that the spinner track is actually like a serpent. It's pretty cool. Anyways, once you get up here, just spam the B button again, and eventually, it's going to activate this cutscene. Now, this is a pretty lengthy cutscene, and it does, like, sort of reveal a lot of story elements. So, for the most part, I'm going to keep quiet except for reading the text, and I will let you guys enjoy this. A dark entity lurks in the twilight. It houses an evil power. You who are guided by fate, you who possess the crest of the goddesses, hear us. At the command of the goddesses, we sages have guarded the Mirror of Twilight since ancient times. You seek it, but the Mirror of Twilight has been fragmented by mighty magic. That magic is a dark power that only he possesses. His name is Ganondorf. He was the leader of a band of thieves who invaded Hyrule in the hopes of establishing dominion over the sacred realm. He was known as a demon thief, an evil magic wielder renowned for his ruthlessness. But he was blind. In all of his fury and might, he was blind to any danger, and thus he was exposed, subdued, and brought to justice. Yet. By some divine prank, he too had been blessed with the chosen power of the gods. His abiding hatred and lust for power turned to purest malice. Perhaps that evil power has been passed on to Zant. You're just now figuring out where Zant got his power? It's far too late. Only the true leader of the Twilight can utterly destroy the Mirror of Twilight, so Zant could merely break it into pieces. Once broken by magic, the Mirror of Twilight became fragments, which even now lie hidden across the land of Hyrule. One is in the snowy mountain heights. One is in an ancient grove. And one is in the heavens. You who have been sent by the goddesses, you should be able to gather the three pieces. But you must be prepared for a dangerous power resides in those fragments. Alright, so we've got our next task, and we have a good idea of where to go next, but that isn't here, so let's talk to Midna, and we're gonna warp out of here now. We're actually gonna go to Hyrule Castletown, and you do want to go here if you want to progress the story, but before we actually do that, there's a couple of things that we can pick up now that we do have the spinner, and one thing that we could have gotten earlier that I sort of overlooked and someone actually mentioned in the comments about. So we're gonna go and grab those things, and then we'll come back here to Castletown and do what we need to do to actually progress the story. First things first though, let's actually come over here to where these vines are because, well, if we transform back into a human, we can actually use our claw shot to grab onto these vines, and there's something up here that we can collect. For whatever reason, I thought we needed another item to do this, but nope, just the claw shot, and right over here inside these little flowers is the other golden butterfly that I didn't collect. So there we go. We've only got, I believe, one more bug to actually catch. Anyways, let's transform into a wolf again real quick because also up here is a dig spot. So, if we dig down real quick, we can enter this cavern. Now, I don't believe you get anything too important from this cavern. In fact, I think it's just rupees, but you know what? We can actually use some rupees right now, so might as well get them while we're here. Like, we won't use them immediately, but there is something coming up eventually that we will need rupees for, so might as well start collecting some now. I mean, our wallet only holds 600 rupees anyway, so, you know, maxing it out shouldn't be that hard, but let's just finish getting rid of all these guys. Oh gosh, what are their names? Helmosaurs, right? That's what they're called. So yeah, let's get rid of all these Helmosaurs, and alright, there's one more left. I thought we actually got all of them, but you just need to die. Come on. There we go. So after we defeat them all, we will get ourselves a nice chest to appear, and I'm pretty sure this either contains 100 rupees or 50 rupees, so let's find out which one it is. And we got ourselves 100 rupees, very nice. Alright, so that's probably enough for now, because like I said, our wallet only holds 600 rupees, so we're doing pretty good right now. Now that that is done, though, we can actually collect a couple of more things now that we have the spinner. So let's go down towards Lake Hylia. Now, we're not actually going towards Lake Hylia, although we will end up going to Zora's Domain in a little bit. But for now, we just want to go out sort of where, like, this fork in the road is, and we want to go towards the left. Like, you'll remember a while ago, we came through here on Epona and blew up all the rocks that were in our way. That way we could access this path. But what you might not have noticed is when we were riding through here, along the walls at a certain point, there were a couple of spinner tracks. And now that we have the spinner, we can hop on those, and eventually it'll take us up to where a chest is, and we can get something pretty dang important. So yeah, there's like a lot of little tiny things like that that you really need to pay attention for when you're sort of like traveling through Hyrule Field, because like, even though when we first saw these things we had no idea what they would be used for, they actually are pretty important. So when you see something strange, make sure you remember it. Anyways, let's hop onto this rail now, and this part is pretty much automatic, so just don't even bother jumping off. And once you get over to this part, now you kind of need to do things manually, so let's just jump back and forth between these two rails. And, oh crap, I actually jumped a little too early there. Gosh dang it, man. Now I gotta get all the way back up there. I'll see you guys in a quick second, actually, because this might take a while. Alright, I forgot there was that little tiny extra, like, section that you have before you actually need to jump off. But, anyways, we made it over to this chest, so let's open it up. And inside is a piece of heart. Fantastic. So only one more to fill up a heart container. And guess what? I happen to know where another piece of heart is. So let's warp with Midna. And, let's head over to the Bridge of Eldin, believe it or not, because there is another spinner track that will take us to another piece of heart in that area. So, let's go, man. This really shouldn't take us too long to pick up, and afterwards, we'll probably head back to Castletown and actually continue on with, like, the main story stuff. So, just some slight side questing, don't worry guys, and gosh dang it, mailman, come on, I kind of wanted to stay in my wolf form because it's a little bit faster, so give me your letter already. Alright, it looks like it was from like Barnes or someone like that, so chances are it's just about like a new type of bomb, and I'm pretty sure that might be the letter regarding the bomblings, but we already got those, so not a big deal. Alright, so let's transform back into a wolf because, as I said, it'll be a little bit faster to get to where we want to go. Like, it's kind of far away from here. Like, maybe, I don't know, halfway through this little, like, path that's leading us into the other section of Hyrule. I would have taken Epona, you know, had she have been near here, but since she's not, the wolf form is our fastest form of travel. So, let's just make our way through here and avoid all these guys shooting their flaming arrows at me. And, yeah, we actually want to make our way to this wooden bridge because, well, if we transform back into a human, right at the other end of this bridge is another spinner track that we can use. So, let's just get out of here. See you later, guys, with your flaming arrows. Don't really care about you. Instead, we can go hang out on this little, like, hidden platform. And, well, we can transform into a wolf yet again because, well, if we use our senses, yep, we can dig down into another cavern. So you guys already know what to expect. We gotta take out some enemies, so let's transform into a human because we gotta take out these Stalfos type enemies. Someone told me the name of them in the comments, but I totally forgot because I've given up on trying to learn all the names of all the enemies because it really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Like, you really just go up to them, kill them, and that's about it. So it's not worth the time it takes to, like, memorize all their names. Anyways, let's go and open up this chest because, well, inside, as you guys might have guessed, is that piece of heart. So there we go, filled up another heart container, and that gives us 13 hearts already, so not too shabby at all. Alright, so let's get out of here, and, I believe that's everything that I wanted to do, so what do you say we go and warp directly back to Hyrule Castletown and continue on with the main story. So, honestly, it was worth getting those 2 pieces of heart and the 100 rupees. It really didn't take much time at all, and we got another heart container out of it. So, that was definitely worth the time that it took, in my opinion. But, alright, so now that we're back here in Castletown, let's actually transform back into a human because, well, we need to go into Telma's bar and sort of actually talk to everybody. Like, we've sort of seen a few of, the members of, like, Telma's group that's trying to save Hyrule, but we haven't actually met everybody yet, and we really haven't gone to Telma's bar as a human since bringing Telma to Kakariko. So doing so is going to give us, like, a hint as to where to go next, because, like, those sages said that the 3 pieces of the mirror are in an ancient grove, and we kind of already know what that one is talking about. In the heavens, which we really don't know what that one's talking about yet. And then, one on, like, an icy peak or something like that. And it just so happens that, something that Telma's group is looking into is also going to align with something that the sages told us. So, let's head in the bar and maybe, just maybe, we'll find out what that is, and then eventually make our way to the next temple. Alright, so it's been a while since we've been here, and yeah, as soon as we, like, get in here, Telma's gonna talk to us. Oh my, if it isn't Link! What's going on? You made it! How have you been, honey? Mercy, but you have good timing. I was just talking about you.
Hey!
Everyone, look! Link's come to see us. These are those friends I mentioned, the ones who are trying to help deal with all the troubles in Hyrule. Actually, there's one more of us, but there's been a disturbing turn of events on the North Mountain, so she's gone to check things out. She's a beautiful young lady named Ashi. If you have the chance to meet her, you should definitely take the time to talk to her. Okay, honey? Well, you've come all the way here, honey, so why don't you relax a bit? Alright, sounds like a good idea. Let's introduce ourselves to the rest of the crew, shall we? Oh, hello there. You must be Link, correct? I'm Shad. Wonderful to meet you. Telma told me all you've been up to. You're rather formidable. I'm rather not, I'm afraid. Well, I'm formidable at book reading, but I lack, shall we say, physical skills. That said, if the history and legends of Hyrule are your cup of tea, I'm your fellow. If you're curious, just ask away. Alright, and we can talk to this guy as well. So what's up? Well, he's not going to say much at first, but if we keep talking to him, it has been a long time. Link, check it out, it's Russell! My wife Yuli sent word to me. I've seen the children in Kakariko Village. And of course, I've also heard of your adventures. I must thank you for your help with Colin, Link. I barely recognized him. In any case, I am troubled by my own inaction. I want to help the cause. These friends here, I've had a connection with them for a long while. Like the others, I'm gathering information now. I will let you know if I hear anything. Alright, we can also check this map too, because, well, once we do, it's sort of going to give us a location of where Ashi went. So Ashi mentioned Snow Peak Mountain and headed off. Well, Snow Peak is actually what one of these sages told us about. So it's kind of near Zora's domain, as you can see. So now we kind of know where we need to go next. So what do you say we head there now? Like, there's really nothing stopping us. But you know what? I guess we can do that in the next episode. So if you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.